Almost every month, stablecoins continue to rise, and in May alone, the monthly volume of transfers was close to $2.7 trillion. This is really important. We currently have a monthly transfer volume of roughly $2.79 trillion over the past 30 days. We have increased by 35.43% over the past 30 days, and the market value of stablecoins is getting closer to $240 billion. The growth from monthly transfer volume and monthly active addresses is in double digits, which is absurd. Around stablecoins, we are getting closer to 30 million monthly active addresses. The stablecoin market's adoption is booming here. This is something we adore seeing. This is fantastic. We have been discussing Roasty more lately. Now, I have discussed Roasty numerous times. The constant mention of stable currency seems rather repetitious, but you know what? Almost everything we've heard from major players and governments in 2025 has to do with stable currency, isn't it? Stablecoin adoption, stablecoin laws, and how we might use stable currencies to preserve the US dollar are the main concerns. These conversations have an extremely high IQ. I also apologize if it sounds repetitious. However, you must keep in mind the true definition of stablecoins. They are the piece of the puzzle that fits together so that all the other pieces can join it. Therefore, fully controlled currencies will be available in this market once they are stable. You know what? Use cases for adoption, institutional DeFi use cases, and tokenization come next. All of these things are made possible by stablecoins. The monthly transfer volume is currently up 5.33% in terms of Roasty. It doesn't seem like much, I know. However, we're getting close to $1.7 billion. The market cap is currently rising, and holders have nearly reached 32,000. Above 16%, you know. Around Roasty, we began to notice a little bit more growth. The intriguing thing is that this shows us $336 million. In fact, we're at around 370 million Roasty over here on CoinMarketCap. As a result, we are beginning to observe a slight increase in Roasty. Indeed, 308.8 million of this is on Ethereum. However, I do believe that there will be a lot more stablecoin projects surrounding the XRP ledger by the end of this year, which will also affect the number of stablecoins on the XRP ledger. Additionally, we may view the stablecoin market capitalization on the XRP ledger by going to the ledger. In Experience Office in 10 million. Infitting, our leading holder, was able to monitor this in real time. The stablecoin holders were also visible. About 29,000 or so has been a fairly flat number. However, because we don't yet have all of the stablecoins that will be added to the XRP ledger this year, I have been paying a little more attention to the stablecoin side of things. For instance, the Brazilian USD stablecoin, or even BBRL, also Euro stablecoins. On the XRP ledger, all of these things are beginning to come to pass. We simply haven't seen them here yet and haven't been able to track them in real time. But I do believe that by the end of this year, there will be a lot more stablecoins on the XRP ledger with a lot more market capitalization and value associated with them. Apart from that, though, let's actually discuss ROUSD in more detail. A special thanks goes to Subjective Views, who recently published an excellent piece, I should say post rather than article, in reference to this PDF document, Role of Stablecoins in Financial Sovereignty. And in fact, we have. Ripple made reference to stablecoins' function in financial sovereignty in a recent Digital Euro Association paper. One government-led stablecoin venture that was highlighted was Palau Stablecoin, PSC. Additionally, they demonstrated how it was constructed using the XRP ledger. Regarding the advantages of using stablecoins as settlement for tokenized assets, a report by Ripple and the Boston Consulting Group was referenced. You have it there, don't you? That's precisely what I mean here. Stablecoins will serve as the asset for any tokenized settlement, you know? Stablecoins will be tapped into if anything changes. The rest of the report clarified that although stablecoins are transforming international finance by facilitating quicker digital transactions across borders, their explosive growth, particularly in USD peg forms, poses significant threats to national financial sovereignty and necessitates immediate policy responses in the areas of payments and monetary regulation, as well as online spaces. Upon closer inspection, this information does come from the Digital Euro Association, correct? In fact, the Palau stablecoin is here. Allow me to quickly zoom in. On the XRP ledger, they do discuss how it was created using Ripple. For Palau residents, this program seeks to improve financial inclusion and lower transaction costs. Of contrast to a CBDC, PSC uses a public blockchain and is subject to government regulation via the Ministry of Finance of Palau, illustrating how smaller countries might improve their financial autonomy by utilizing digital currencies. Republic of Palau, 2024, Ministry of Finance. Naturally, the most common use cases are found here, including monetary storage, value, cross-border payments and remittances, cryptocurrency trading, and decentralized finance. The settlement of tokenized assets comes next, of course. DIP currency, acting as the native cash leg for transactions involving tokenized real-world assets, like tokenized bonds, money, or commodities, is a more recent but rapidly expanding use case. This market has expanded by more than 4,500% in the last 4 years. Indeed, it is important to pay attention to the 4,500% growth rate during the previous 4 years. 22 billion is the amount. In my opinion, it is currently 24 billion. This industry is undoubtedly still in its infancy, but it will expand significantly, which will scale stablecoins significantly and have an impact on various networks, including the XRP ledger, of course. Why am I bringing up stablecoin conversations now that I've talked more about all of this? That's because of what's being discussed right now and what might be discussed next week. Let's check out this post about the debut of the British pound stablecoin by BCP, which is registered with the FCA. Stablecoins are now beginning to appear all over the world. This one in the United Kingdom. With the help of sovereign investor ADQ IHC, the UAE's biggest bank, FAB, will introduce a stablecoin. The date of this was April 29th. More recently, Hong Kong's stablecoin law has drawn interest from the mainland. This is significant because, as you can see, tokenization is beginning to take off in Hong Kong because, once more, no one wants to fall behind. Given that tokenization is beginning to pick up steam, they are working to have this stablecoin law fully passed since they are aware that stablecoins will actually make the tokenization boom possible. Thus, stablecoins are a key component of the tokenization explosion, which is precisely why I mentioned at the start of this video that you will hear a lot about them since they make all of this possible. I bring this up now because of the events that are taking place in the United States. Thus, a cryptocurrency lobby urges the Senate to approve a stablecoin measure without discussion. As changes on credit card fees threaten to stall the bill, a crypto lobbyist urged senators to swiftly enact the Genius Act, which may soon be up for Senate consideration. Indeed, we have been concentrating on the Genius Act for a while, and I believe that this will have a significant effect on more than just the entire area. In my opinion, it will significantly expand the U.S. market for digital dollars.